this is Camille Ricketts. I run brand at Notion, and I'm excited to walk you through our ROI calculator template that you can use and adapt and modify to be your own in any situation where you want to understand the ROI that you've gotten from a particular project or campaign or product ship. Anything like that. This format is meant to be super flexible and really work with you, which is the case with all Notion pages, we hope, is that we really want to be able to build a page that can fit your brain, fit the project at hand, fit your company, fit your team, all of that. So as you'll see, Notion is really moldable. Templates are very handy because we get to give you something off the bat that hopefully gives you most of the functionality you need and that you can change in any of the ways you need to. Quick thing about an ROI calculator. It really is meant to help you quantify exactly how much value you're getting from anything that you decide to do within your company. And this becomes very useful, particularly at scale, particularly when you have larger teams, and you all really need to crisply understand whether what you're doing was worth it, whether what you were doing was successful or not, how you might tweak it, how you might iterate on it. The important thing with our ROI calculator is that we didn't want it to only take monetary value into account, so you'll see that we have included a few other components here. But let's get started. Let's dig right in. First of all, I think it's very important that you're able to articulate what the project is that you're working on. And like I've said before, or in one of these other videos, one of the real strengths of Notion is that you can have all the documentation from all the teams across your organization sort of living together, but very neatly filed so it's easy to browse and find exactly what you're looking for. But that means that somebody from another team could happen upon this ROI calculator. So you really want to give them enough context here to understand what it is that you are in fact launching or shipping or what have you, so they know how to interpret the rest of the document. So highly recommend that you include this field here. And then we also wanted to acknowledge that even though you might have a single product that you're working on or a single marketing campaign, there's actually multiple investments that go into that, not just one investment across the whole product that doesn't give you the visibility or the granularity that you might want to understand, where the money went, where the time went. So we tried to break it up using a handy table here. So we have an investments table and then an earnings table. And this is all sample content, so please don't treat it like this is part of the template itself. You're meant to replace it with your own information. But what are all the individual investments that you've made? What was the monetary amount that went into that, if any? And then also, what were the hours invested? Because especially if you're at a startup company or trying to move really fast, the time that's been invested is almost more costly than the money itself. And then as always with these tables, we really love to give people the ability to assign their own tags so that things are really easy to browse, figure out, sort the way that they want to later, especially if you had, let's say, 100 different investments that might have gone into a particular campaign. Earnings, wanted to make it very easy to understand how much came in through what channel. So these are just a few samples of what might have happened and a few amounts. But again, we wanted to acknowledge that revenue doesn't necessarily come in just one respect. It might come in through different channels. We want to give you that type of visibility. We were able to total the amounts here at the bottom. If you wanted to do that, you can just hover over the bottom of your table and then say sum. So 90 hours went into this. The hours are sort of a guideline to add in the background. We focused with the actual calculator on the monetary value, but also wanted those other inputs to be top of mind for you. This is where we are actually calculating what type of ROI you're getting from something. And this is just a simple formula. If you plug in the sums that you've gotten from up above, here you can see that there was 1200% ROI. So this was a really good project. Highly recommend either repeating it or making it even better for this company that I've created. But you could do this for any number of projects that you're running on a team. Other things that we've baked in here, we really wanted to give you a space that would prompt you to look at the other resources that you might have invested or other benefits that you might have gained. Because again, money is not the whole thing. This might be about learnings, it might be about brand impact, but really look at whether you got some other things out of this that might determine whether you want to do it again or continue. And then an area for the analysis of any returns that you did gain. And this is a good space for folks who review this document in the future to really understand where your mind was at and your decision making so they can pick up that baton and then succeed beyond your days. So I hope that was helpful. Thanks so much.